Hello guys, this is your boy Namari back at it with another video. This is if what if Naruto was the Winter Wolf Part 2. It was shot to a long way from home. It's been a month since his birthday and him leaving Konoha. So far, it had been a considerably dangerous journey that he had managed to only do thus far. Throws sheer dumb luck. Hell, there was even a time in the second week when he was forced to fight two bandits, gaining multiple cuts and bruises, but also killing the two through sheer tech, technicacy. Can't even tell you. Tennessee? I can't even tell you what this guy trying to spell. It took him more than a week afterwards to get over his first kills, despite how hard he had fought them. Now here he stands on a shore, looking out over the water to a distance. Land he could barely see with his eyes, all the while knowing that whoever or whatever is calling him lies in that land. After resting for a couple hours, he started building a route, as he was sure his current stamina wouldn't be able to sustain him and water walking all the way over there. His chakra, yes, his stamina, definitely not. Taking a good hour to build a proper and sturdy route, he pushed it out into the waters. Got aboard with his scarce belongings, pushing away with his makeshift oars to start his rough and stormy journey through the troubled waters of what was once Usugake. After a good 5 hours at sea, his route finally landed on shore and he crawled off it, exhausted but happy to be alive nonetheless. Resting for half an hour, he finally managed to get to his feet, took out some of his rations to eat along some of his remaining fresh water. After this month-long suicide track, one could see that Naruto was considerably similar than before, as well as somewhat muscular in areas he obviously used a lot. Now that he was finally here, the voice was crystal clear, and he could hear its deep voice edging him on towards the highest mountain on this land, which turned out to be another good 3 hours of walking, in which he finally found the cave it was leading him to. When he went inside, he found a colossal slab of unknown material with what he looked like a complex seal on it. Puzzled, he was standing there when he felt the voice in his mind once again. Blood is what the seal needs, child. Only then can they tell you are Uzumaki and worthy for the door to open. After hesitating for a bit, he cut his palm slightly and smeared the blood onto the center area of the seal, causing it to light up brightly, forcing him to close his eyes. When he opened his eyes again, he found a tunnel leading deeper inside the colossal slab. It was gone without a trace. Following the tunnel deeper, he even reached a large underground cavern. When he entered the large cavern, I can't even say it. He was shocked to see mountains upon mountains of riches, but what shocked him the most was the large cell in the middle of the room, housing the biggest beast he had ever seen, a wolf that could easily stand face to face with the Hokage face of the Hokage mountain. River voice, child, you have finally arrived. I no longer have time. But Naruto, no, just what are you? Uh, Child, I am an immortal Urius, wolf of the winter. I'm a wolf of the white winter, and I am the one who has called for you. You have done well to reach me, despite being so young, Naruto. I see. So you are the voice in my head. So for what did you call me all this? Call me all the way to this desolate place for, child. Aries, child, I called you for two things. One of which you had already passed. Even now, I can feel the sword reacting to you. The other is something I wish to ask of you. Naruto, just what is that you would call me so far from home for? And start with the child. I have a name, it's Naruto. Alright, Naruto. I have existed for a very, very long time. In that time, I have only continued to grow stronger as all chakra bees do. But you see, I have reached a limit, which is my body, and the only way around this is for me to become a tail beast like existence, like the nine-tails fox. Indeed, you see, I can become a tail beast by myself, but it would take years to do that. Now, this is where you come in. I need you to gather chakra steadily, which I can take from you as you gather it. Using that chakra combined with my own, I will slowly but surely shed my physical body and become this world's first natural born tail beast. I see, but let me ask you this. Why should I do this? Even better, why should I trust you? I'm glad you didn't blindly accept my request, but question it instead. You see, this ceiling surrounding me is what placed by your ancestors here, not to only keep me sealed away, but also to select the compatible one for both myself and as well as the sword. And you believe I am this compatible person? Indeed, Naruto, you obviously have not used the chakra paper yet to see your affinities. You see, I believe you have a Keketoda, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to feel your presence so strongly. It is something related to cold and winter. That is also why I am able to feel you from such a vast distance. A Keketoda, I see. Well, if that is the case, let us begin. No use in idling about others. I come all this way already. Indeed, let us begin. After saying this, Ares taught him the Shadow Clone Jutsu first and foremost, so they can start gathering chakra for him to take. After recreating the clone, Naruto was ordered to take the ancient blade from its stand, which he did. When he took the blade, he could feel a small piece of his soul separated and placed into the blade. With that finished, Naruto was told to sit cross-legged with the blade across his lap, so he may enter what would later become known as a Jinzen. The reason it is being later is that his blade has not yet become a Zanbato for him, and he had now started the process of its birth. And so they started the long and arduous process when a beast ascension other than awakening of his blade for the internal companionship and ever greater strength. Hours turned to days, and that turned to weeks, and then months, as nothing but silence filled the cave. By the sixth time month had gone by, Eris had finished his ascension and awoken to release a roar that was heard and felt by all in the elemental nations, especially the 9 original tail beasts, who were shocked to feel another of their kind, yet different as well. Naruto as well was awoken from his long session of performing ginseng, which had great result, as his battle spirits had formed, but was, for a lack of a better word, still a unborn child. Looking up, he saw Eris still with the same look, but now more internal white. More ethereal, with ice particles floating around him. I see you have awoken, Naruto. Good. Thanks to you, I have achieved my dream of ascension. Now I believe we can move on to the final part of our time together. What do you mean? I'm Aries. I'm gonna say Aries because I don't want to. Yeah, that's what I think that is. I will be fusing myself with the spirits of your Zanpato to form an entire new spirit that house all of my knowledge I have gathered of ninjutsu, taijutsu, and weapon handling. Naruto. But if you do that, you will stop existing, even after all the effort you had gone through to finally become a tail beast. That I know, Naruto, but this is my way of helping and rewarding you for what you have done for me. Don't forget, Naruto, I have lived for a long time already. And now with my dream finished, I can finally pass on to another form. I won't be gone, only a different entity, if you will. Alright, if that is your wish, I will not stop you. Just know, despite being gone, you will remain in my memories as an immortal Aries, wolf of the white winter. Chuckle lightly, please, voice. This is more than I will have hoped for, Naruto. Well, then shall we? Alright then. Stab your sword in the ground and then place your hand atop the hilt as I will place my palm over your hand. Just know this, Naruto. This will hurt immensely as your own soul will have to grow in strength to accommodate mine within this new Zanpato spirit. I am ready as I ever be, Aries. Alright, yeah, Aries. Besides, suffering and pain to finally gain a companion for life is well worth it. Wise words, Naruto. To our shared life forms now on. To a shared life. Let us begin. After saying this, Naruto put his hands on the sword hilt, and Eris put his palm on Naruto's hand and started the merge between them. At first, Naruto felt nothing, but soon changed as he felt the freezing cold chakra slowly but surely enter his body, bits by bits. As soon as minutes turned to hours, and we could see Naruto with a pale face, contorted in pain, yet not a single whimper or yell was released from him, as he kept on enduring the horrific pain. By the time a day has passed, Naruto was drifting in between consciousness and unconsciousness as the pain had reached a level where his body had begun shutting down slowly to escape. By the end of the second day, Naruto was left with barely a sliver of his conscience, but had hope as he could feel the pain slowly diminishing. Though whether that was the merge nearly completion or his uh, immunity uh, death, he couldn't be sure anymore. When the third day came to close, Naruto was starting to regain himself slowly but surely, as the pain had been reduced to levels where he was able to open his eyes and lift his head once more. Though when he did, he was shocked by the sight in front of him. Areas who was in front of him all this time had become mostly transparent, with only his outline truly visible still. Oh, Naruto, you have regained yourself at last. Well done. Your body and soul is finally ready to truly become our merge. Finally, Aries, we aren't done yet. No, Naruto. All that has happened till now was to prepare you for what to come. This last stretch will be more painful than that what you have experienced yet. It was also be a rather short session. After, are you ready to endure one last time, Naruto? I am, Aries. Good. Now enter Juzen, and we shall begin the final merge. Hearing what Arya said, Naruto immediately moved to the sit in lotus position, though struggling because of the residual pain he was feeling all over his body. When he got into position, he took his Zambato and placed it across his lap, closing his eyes to begin. After a moment, he felt the paws of Ares placed on his Zambato and his head pressing against Naruto. In the next moment, all Naruto could feel was excruciating pain coming straight from within, as his Zanbato became heavier and colder by the moment. After a couple of seconds, Naruto could feel the presence of Ares vanish, as an even worse blast of pain assaulted him, causing him to lose consciousness. How long was that? 14 minutes. I want to do the can shot. I'm gonna see if I want to do the next shot there. Hold on. The next chapter is quite long. I don't want to end this on 14 minutes though. I might just do that actually. So that way, yeah. So guys, I hope you do enjoy this. If you do, please leave a like, leave a comment. Peace.